If we're talking serious window shopping, we're talking the windows at Barney's, New York, a perfect marriage of style and commerce. Today on Style Innovators, we're going to meet the man behind these windows, who himself is one half of the most stylish marriages in New York City. So today I'm going to meet Simon Doonan, creative director of Barney's, and Jonathan Adler of Jonathan Adler Ceramics, both of whom are style icons in their own right and who happen to be married.
I'm going to be hanging out with them together at their apartment later on, but first I want to see each of them in their element at work.
Simon is a guy who's this iconic New York figure. He's been at Barney's for almost 25 years now. He's also an author, has written several books like Confessions of a Window Dresser. The guy always has an opinion and is never afraid to share it. I really have no idea how he's able to do so much so well, and so I'm excited to meet him today and kind of get in that world of his, and figure out how he works.
Adam.
Simon, how are you? Thank you very much.
Welcome to my lair. This is the Barney's display studio where we create all our insane window displays.
For decades now.
Yes, I've been at Barney's for 25 years, designing the windows amongst other things. So this is the wacky world of display.
It's kind of hard to believe that anyone could actually get famous from doing window displays, but it's in this industrial-looking warehouse space where Simon and his team make it all happen.
Now these are all the different mannequins that we use. This we call the mannequin graveyard.
Now, do you generally save everything you use for the possibility of reusing it one of these days?
We're very green. We try and reuse everything. This is the mannequin that Andre Putman designed for Barney's when it opened on 17th Street in 1986. She was inspired by the athleticism of Princess Stephanie. So everything in here has a story.
What kind of budget are you working with when buying this stuff?
The display budget is very minimal. I don't believe in big budgets for display. I think when companies spend a lot on display, they tend to buy really tacky props. Our windows, because we don't spend a lot on them, there's a lot of handcrafted things. We like that look. If it gets too slick, people don't connect with it. I found this on the street, and I thought, every display studio needs a big plus-size board.
A healthy gal.
Look, disco balls. We use disco balls in almost every window because you don't see them, but they create a kinetic energy in the window.
Motion in a static environment.
Absolutely. It stops people when they're walking down the street. I remember going to a David Bowie concert in like 1970, and he did Starman, and the minute he started to sing it, they banged on this ball, and the whole of the auditorium was moving around him. And it's a good look to aspire to.
You came to Barney's in 1986. In '86, Barney's was at 17th Street in Chelsea. There was no Barney's in Madison Avenue. How have things changed for you and your job since then?
It's been an incredible learning experience for me. I was sort of relatively naive when I came to Barney's, and I've learned so much about retail and marketing and how to be creative, how to stay creative, and I love my job.
Simon's been at Barney's for 25 years, collaborating with artists like Warhol and Basquiat, and yet his aesthetics have never really changed.
So you think a Simon Doonan window is fairly recognizable?
There's certain things that I've invented, and Linda Fargo at Bergdorf's, she has given me credit for the messy window. Because historically, windows
Is that a compliment?
Oh, absolutely. Historically, windows were always very neat. And I thought, it would be fun to do the absolute opposite of that and have cigarette butts and old food and wrappers and junk. I love anarchic mess in terms of visuals and art. Punk rock was a big influence on me, and I love mayhem, but within a contained arena, and you can do that in windows. So probably it's my lingering punk rock sensibility to want to do the opposite of what people are expecting, just to annoy people, shake it up a bit.
having a partner who's in the creative industry also. Do you solicit advice from him? Do you bounce ideas off him?
Jonathan and I do very different things. He designs a pot, he designs a couch. Everything he does, people are supposed to leave it to their grandchildren. Whereas I'm Mr. Ephemeral. It's junk, it's disposable, it's changing all the time.
You often wear a floral shirt, correct?
Yes.
When did that start?
And it goes back to sort of the mid-60s when performers like Mick Jagger or the Kinks, you know, those guys, they would wear a floral shirt, but in a sort of preppy style, a button down. Yeah. And I always thought that was the grooviest thing. I don't have rigid ideas about style. The only real faux pas is not expressing yourself.
Which is great, but that also takes a bit of confidence and brio. Right? Where did you get that confidence from?
I actually genuinely don't care what people think. And I think that comes from probably being gay when it was illegal to be gay, being gay when gay people were beaten up on the street. Like, you develop a thick skin. I don't care what people think. I've got a good-looking boyfriend and some fancy shirts. Most importantly, I have a fabulous creative job.
You got everything in here.
I make everything you need to furnish a groovy, happy home.
This is the pottery studio.
Screw this magazine editor nonsense. I'm gonna become a potter.
Yeah.